Hello friends and welcome back to a new cleaning for free. This time we're cleaning a kitchen and a bathroom for a mom of 3. Because I'm cleaning for free for so many people, I often forget their stories, but sometimes I do a cleaning and there is a story that I will not soon forget. And the story of the little family in this video really inspired me, and I'm thinking back about this cleaning so many times. So if you're going through a hard time right now and you could need some encouragement, I definitely recommend you to watch this video because I'm going to tell a little bit of the story of this little family. And if you might be hearing background noises, that's my husband and my son cheering on the Golden State Warriors versus the Houston Rockets. They're watching basketball, so I'm sorry for that. This young mom was about my age and she contacted me through TikTok just like many people do these days. Even though she didn't write many details, I really could feel her pain and her guilt through that message. She told me that she was always the one hosting parties and she had such a tidy and neat home. She wrote that she was experiencing so much stress because of the state her house was in, and also there were quite some mice in her house because there was food everywhere on the floor. But even worse, the mice had gained access to her pantry, and even though she shut all the holes in the pantry, the mice got in again and again, and all the food was, of course, destroyed. So that's why she moved the fridge to the living room, because she didn't want to be confronted with the mess in the kitchen. For the sake of storytelling, let's call this young mom Eve. Eve was married and quite young when she got her first child. Both mom and dad noticed that there was something different about this baby, but it took some years before doctors found out that she was handicapped. Eve loved her firstborn so much, but especially the nights were rough. And in the meantime, Eve got pregnant again. With a newborn and a firstborn that had trouble sleeping and needed so much care and attention, it was a very rough start to marriage for these two young parents. Eve's husband had always been a little dominant, but in his frustration and desperation, he started to be controlling and he started abusing the eldest kid. This went on for about 5 years, and when they had their third child, soon after, Eve decided to leave her husband. Soon after Eve settled into her own place with the 3 kids, she decided to go into therapy because there were many things that she could not process. She was diagnosed with PTSS, not just because of the things that happened during her marriage, but also during her childhood. But even though she made the right decision to have a place of her own and give her kids a better life, it was far from easy being a single parent, and I think this goes for all single parents. I have so much respect for you all, but in this case, Eve had to care for 3 kids, of which the eldest needed a lot of attention. After research, doctors found out that her eldest kid was handicapped for life and she wouldn't be able to talk, to eat normally, or to walk, or to go to school. But the kid did have the most beautiful smile in the world. I saw a picture of the kid and it is really true. And when Eve talked about the kid, it was so special because she was so close to it. Even these special kids can express their feelings in a certain way, and I cried when Eve was telling all the stories. And this reminded me of a YouTube channel, Special Books by Special Kids. And it's all about this guy interviewing kids with special needs, and I think it is a beautiful channel. So go check it out if you haven't already. I will put the link in the description. At this point in the video, I'm clearing the kitchen countertop. As you can see, it was mostly trash and dirty dishes on there. After the next clip, I will tell you a little bit more about the daily routines Eve had to do with her oldest kid. I would like to take a moment to appreciate all the people who gave a super thanks on my previous video. Thank you so much Reed G, Betty Fiddler and Itty Bitty. I am really grateful for each and every subscriber and each and every viewer of my videos, but if you feel like you want to donate more, you can always do so by going to buymeacoffee.com, and you can buy a coffee for $5 and each coffee stands for a cleaning for free. So by buying a coffee, you are funding a cleaning for free for someone else. But don't worry if you cannot afford it, because watching these videos, leaving a comment and leaving a like is the best thing you can do. So YouTube knows that this video needs to be suggested to many more people. So let's get back to the video. I promised to tell you a little bit more about the routines Eve had to do every day with the eldest kid. Eve was showing me the large crib where the eldest kid slept in, and she told me that every morning she woke up with a big smile on her face. By the way, I'm referring to the kid and it because I don't want to expose too much information because the mom is really scared of people judging her. So the kid is sleeping on this special mattress with sort of a plastic layer that can be cleaned easily because she's incontinent. She is wearing diapers through the day and through the night, I think so, but still every morning her bed is wet. So first thing Eve has to do every morning is wash her kid on the bed, then get kid dressed and help the kid get into the wheelchair. Eve has to make sure that everything is packed for the day, such as medication, special food for the kid, diapers and so on. Then Eve has to feed the kid breakfast through a tube, and as the eldest kid is waiting to be picked up by a taxi, the two younger kids need attention. Then the eldest kid gets picked up for special daycare, and Eve has to make sure that the youngest two kids are ready to go to school. At this point during the cleaning, Eve asked me if I would like to have some music on, and I said yes. And she asked me what kind of music. And I said, well, maybe ABBA. And she was like, oh, who is ABBA? And that was kind of funny. So we listened to ABBA. But now I regret that because of copyright. So the rest of the cleaning, the kitchen cleaning is actually music. And I cannot play it because, well, then this video gets banned. I asked Eve if she allowed me to reorganize her kitchen cabinets and drawers, and she was okay with it, so that's what I'm doing right now. And as I am talking, I noticed that this is not the most flatterous? Sorry, I had to look up that word, but I meant the most flattering side of me. So yeah, I think it's best for all of us if we skip some bits so this part is over quickly. I really love listening to music as I'm cleaning, and especially ABBA. It really gives me an energy boost. But when I'm rewatching the video, it really ruins the scrubbing sounds and the cleaning sounds. And my husband is ruining my voiceover right now because he's cooking. I might even title this video A Ruined Cleaning. Even though it doesn't really do this video justice, because after this kitchen cleaning, I will paste a bathroom cleaning, and that one has some really relaxing cleaning sounds. But first, here is a very satisfying stovetop cleaning. Another shocking story that Eve told me was how she caught about 10 mice at once by putting a huge bottle of, I think it was sunflower oil, in one of the cabinets. And a few days later, she noticed quite some mouse droppings around that bottle in the cabinet. And she was like, okay, well, apparently mice do like sunflower oil. So she cut the bottle open and waited. And another few days later, there were about 10 mice who had fallen into that thing with sunflower oil and drowned. That is like a mad story. So if you ever need to make a mouse trap that is able to catch multiple mice, I would do it. By the way, I was going through the comments on my last video and I saw that someone commented, what happened to the ring and the glasses? Did you find them? And I was like, oh, Colleen, you didn't address it anymore. But you guys, I did find her glasses and she was as happy as a kid. And even though I sorted through the trash really carefully, I did not find the ring, unfortunately. I did find $10 and some jewelry and some credit cards and stuff, so she was happy with that. Some other people commented on my last video that they would love to see some footage of King's Day here in the Netherlands. We are celebrating it actually this Saturday, April 26th. So I'm about to put the footage in the next video for you so you can see how we celebrate it and how all the streets are orange and the people are dressed orange. I think it might be a really fun thing to see. Now, if anyone is ready to comment, Colleen, you did not clean the inside of the oven. Well, you are so right. We did not, because it looked quite clean and we decided to leave it. I used oven cleaner, but I was really careful with it because I've experienced that sometimes oven cleaner is able to erase certain words or signs that are on the outside of the oven. Also, I cleaned it with dish soap after because I didn't want any oven cleaner residue being stuck on the oven. So that's why I cleaned it a second time. It's almost time to start on the bathroom and I cannot wait to show you it because there is some really beautiful dirt right there. So after this clip, we will start with the bathroom. But first, I'm going to clean the cabinets and the insides I clean with bleach because there were some mouse droppings over there and I did want to disinfect the whole thing. And after that, I cleaned it with dish soap again. This is the bathroom of Eve's eldest kid, and it has its own home, sort of. It is a small home attached to a bigger home. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but I looked it up online and Google Translate said that I should call it an informal care home. It is a small home attached to the original home, designed especially for people with disabilities. And this is the bathroom of that part of the home. You might be able to notice the sink in the right corner of this video. It was a beautiful dirty sink, and together with the toilet, these were the most dirty items in this bathroom. However, when I started, I already picked up the laundry, so I started filming after I picked up the laundry. And yeah, in the middle of the laundry, there was a dead mouse, so this bathroom might seem not that dirty, but yeah, when there is a dead mouse, it is obviously quite dirty. Don't stop watching the video yet, because after the next 30 seconds, I am treating you on a very satisfying sink cleaning. I do want to be honest with y'all by telling that I'm not showing everything that I cleaned for this mom because she was very anxious to be judged and I didn't want to embarrass her. So I did clean the eldest kid's bedroom. I did some other stuff. For example, the grouts on this floor were really dirty and I cleaned those with a special grout cleaner. But yeah, this video would be really long if I showed that, and on top of that, I don't want to embarrass the mom, so that's why I kept it a little bit shorter, just to respect her boundaries and respect the fact that she still asks for my help. You can hear my son in the background. He's playing with his toys. He's waiting for me to finish this voiceover because I am finishing it on King's Day. It is 10 o'clock in the morning and he's eagerly waiting to go out and play. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to enjoy this day. It will be about 20 degrees with sunshine, so it will be a beautiful day. And I want to thank you all for watching this video and for your support. Don't forget to leave a like and leave a comment so that YouTube will push this video to more people. This is also the very reason why I don't really have an overview and before and after of the kitchen, because she said when I would put that in the video, people would definitely recognize her kitchen, and of course I didn't want that to happen. So be sure that I cleaned the kitchen very well. I don't have very satisfying footage of before and after, but you know, I am not cleaning without respect. And that's why I do it this way. However, I do have a satisfying before and after of the bathroom, so I would definitely watch for a couple of minutes and you will see the end results. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.